Hey everyone, how are you all doing? Welcome to today's stream. I hope you're all doing well today. Today's gonna be very slow one as per usual, but still. What has everyone been up to today? Also, quick reminder for everyone, tomorrow and the day after I won't be streaming. So next stream will be, Saturday. Yeah. Currently updating a few packs. Iron Project. I have set up my Unity a little bit to be like older style Unity, where the packaging manager was always here. Actually, no, it wasn't the package manager. It was the asset store. Which that quickly reminds me. Oh, Tim, did you see what I sent you, by the way? I'm not sure why it took me there. I wish I could get, but the A, I'm broken, B, the marks are sold out on the candles. Because also I found myself really enjoying having candles lit. Da da da. No. That. There we go. Do. But how is everyone? This is Article of the Week by Publisher of the Week. I know I used to post about it more in my server. I was hoping to automate it a little bit, but eh. But yeah, there is this week is Black Horizon Studios, or at least for the next couple of days. I think it ends in. But you think of what is the asset that they're giving? Full nature pack, snow mode too. Ooh. It's not URP compatible, but you can probably convert a lot of the materials to URP. Uh, Unity 2020 and stuff are not supported. But you can probably still find a use for it. And find a way to get it to work. Doing this off stream because I'm not letting you all see my address. I'm Smart Wolfie. For the most part. Yee. Alright, that's all that updated. The pack was updated very recently. The description now states 4 times that URP and HTOP are still not supported. In case you are still wondering, it is directly usable in projects using the. But yeah, that's what someone was put on 2 hours ago. Which is fair. By the way, I recommend sniffing around here sometime, around the asset store in general, because you can find a fuck ton of stuff on here. And they even have pages like this. But, stuff like this can be worth getting. I have that Fmod one, right? I see it. Yeah. There we go. Fmod's good for sound design, by the way. There is where like you start to actually get really into sound stuff rather than just the default stuff. There's like 500,000 outline tools out there. But today going to be studying a little bit and seeing what we can do on tessellation. I don't know whether use paragrams thing is. I don't even know how to make custom tools, to be honest. Da da da. Photograph. One thing I can probably do is if I go into in project, if I find shader graph, there it is. Documentation. No, I don't know. Give me a sec. There we go. Oh, Right. This sample contains few custom shader graph nodes to facilitate setup. Custom nodes are broken into 2 categories. Inline properties, these nodes are the hidden inline. Hidden property. These nodes automatically add a hidden property to the shader graph to fetch its value. By the way, for anyone curious on what I'm following, it's Snow and Icicle shader graph with tessellation URP by Minion Arts. Minions Arts does a lot of good stuff. We're trying to learn a bit rather than just go yoink mine. As state, selectable state, as float hidden This isn't how I make them though. That's full package manager UI. Custom function node, okay. The reason why I went back to the other tab is because this is 13 where I'm after 17.4, I think. Also, who threw something at me? I heard myself get attacked by something, but I didn't hear what it was. Thank you so much, Tim! Oh my god, you're right, it's 2-year sub anniversary. I really need to get more sub badges.
Happy 2 years sub anniversary, Jack. Less than 3 Jack No 11 love Jack No 11 love Jack No 11 snuggles Jack No 11 snuggles Jack No 11 hype Jack No 11 hype Jack No 11 petting Jack No 11 petting.
Because I haven't had stuff set up properly in forever, so I miss like hearing like Jack No 11 and stuff. Because I can't change the Jack No 11 part, by the way. That's the Twitch part. The rest of the name of the emotes, that's mine doing, but I've been assigned as Jack No 11 on Twitch for emotes. Use the custom node function to inject your own HSLSL code in shader graphs to do some fine-grained optimization. For example, you can either write small functions directly into graphs by using the string nodes. Or reference the... Use a custom port menu to define your own input and output ports on the node itself. Yee! To be honest, it's been forever since I've actually had that happen, and it hit me with like a little bit of nostalgia. Inputs, outputs, yeah, those are things you can input and output. The name of the custom function in the code without the function precision suffix, underscore half or underscore float. So when you set the type to file, the reference to the HLSL file that includes cutter. Create a new node of custom function type from utility category. Ah. This is it. Right, inputs so we can have like the... Okay. Right now I've caught up with that. Why can't I delete it? Yeah, there we go. Back to the tutorial. Da, da, da. This is only... By the way, the reason why learning tessellation and stuff can be important is environmental stuff. So say that you're making a game where you want to walk through a very muddy area, for example. Tessellation subdivides the mesh, basically. So you can then actually have like imprints in the ground from where something's been. If you don't see use paragrams in your custom function, it won't work. So yeah, this is a Unity, as Miazart states, Unity 6 brought in the use paragram pragmas part. I've just realized I've been saying it wrong. to this, and the reason why that's important is that apparently it won't work without it, which fair enough. This is specifically for shader graph, this tessellation. The base color emission path is the same as the previous Icicles post, but the vertex is very different as it's all in code. Shader graph uses a custom function node that inserts tessellation and handles vertex displacements. The graph is attached. You also need the Snow Icicles HLSL file and the force test custom function. Okay. Is that just the same thing? Da da da. Hey Pinky Rose, how are you? I'm okay, a little sleepy and brain frying, but doing some studying for a game mechanic. How are you? Oh, by the way, for anyone curious, there is now a Twitch 2025 recap. If you have the badge, you can check by clicking the badges icon on your chat box, and it should show you all the badges you have. So in Tim's case, it will swap out between the Prime sub and 2025 one if he chose to pick it. Pashio lets you paint snow and ice. Well, what have you been up to, Pinky Rose? Well, I'll just say Rose from now on if that's okay. Da, 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 da. Just finished working? Okay. How was it? Yee! The noise it uses. Okay. Yee. So yeah, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to create a snow type thing where can brain is not working. Brain is definitely not working. Where basically this will be raised more than this. Player will walk through this and it will flatten kind of thing of that area and then hopefully regenerate. That's the main goal for me and my my personal winter gem project, which by the way is ongoing until the end of the 18th of this month on UTC. So what I'm doing, the place I'm looking for this information is Minions Arts stuff. You can join for free, last I checked. Da, da, da. Yeah, I'm on the free membership here. And I get to see this stuff. There are paid memberships for more stuff, and that, which is fair. Da, da, da. I don't like this one too much. Here's the burp one. Da, da. This shader lets you paint snow and ice using vertex colors. It's done by using reading the vertex color for snow, also including Frenzal, color for ice, including Frenzal, vertex displacement for snow and ice. The noise it uses is in world space, so you can move the models. So if you move the models, it won't look good. It's up for static non-moving objects. So if you need your ice to move, you need to change the projection method. The graph is attached to this post. You just need to add your main texture and noise. We start by creating some triplanar noise, which we will use to make the edges between the borders of snow and ice look more natural. Okay. Also, I will switch to playing something later, just I want to try and get as much through this as possible. Before we do. Right, I'm gonna create a new shader graph for this, just so I can test, let's know ice. Because I don't want to mess this up too much. So what is it? Try... there we go. So there's a noise T2. That'll be an image. Triplanar scale. I think I can... Right, I'm not sure what we're gonna do for the noise T2 here. I know it's a... Right, that's going to be a float. The reason why I'm recreating it rather than sniffing out the files, is I want to be able to try and learn a little bit and make my own adjustments and stuff. If I'm learning how to do that on my own a little bit, while following the guide, then I'm more likely to know where stuff is. That goes into split. By the way, this is something you can do so you can drag shit about a lot more freely. You know, I'm gonna make this big screen. Oh, little tip with Unity, by the way, you can double click on something and it'll make it big. Which we will use to make the edges between the borders and of ice and snow look more natural. Then we use the world normals. These don't change when you rotate the model, so the world normal.y is always going to be the vertex axes.y. We can loop noisy version of the base world normal.y. So yeah. Let's go back to here. This is into a split. That goes into multiply. Oh, right, so what we put out is going into here. So let's have the multiply envelope first. So yeah, no. It's for G when we're going into multiply B and lerp A. Multiply B. Lerp. We can just delete that and reassign it. We'll collapse that down. We'll collapse that down as well. Also, I realized I plugged in the wrong one. That's the wrong one too. Anything else I need to do before I group this? No, just da da da. I messed up the name of that. I probably still have that. I don't care. I'll fix that later. Yeah, it is, I think it was that to B. Yeah. And then there's an ice snow noise strength. And this should be no. There we go. Another little thing we can do, by the way, with Shadergraph's input nodes, is we can group them. So we'll put that in there. And And we can rename these later. Right, okay. And then using the world normals, be some change there. Right, that's where that plugs into. I still don't know what the texture is. By the way, when it says burp, that's the built-in render pipeline. Going to do just because I can. We're gonna do create material that's snow ice test. Let's just try something like that. Because yeah, we're not close to actually having any output yet, so it's just gonna appear blank. As far as I'm aware. So we're down to here. So color snow. With a smooth step, we can set up a smooth step harness of this top section using the noisy normal output lerp results. So those are two floats again. Smooth step. What was it? Snow cutoff and then snow, ice snow smoothness. Snow cutoff and what's it? Ice snow smoothness. Right, we're gonna plug this into an add. Add A. This goes into here. That goes into there. That goes into there. Plug that into there. Where I'm gonna plug this in just for a test is here. Hmm. There we go. Nice. So just a curiosity thing. What if... That is cool though. It's like progressing across it kind of thing. So like I can, yeah, by the looks of it, I can kind of do this. That is cool.
Jack no 11 head pats, Jack no 11 head pats, Jack no 11 head pats.
Just like for, thank you for the head pats, Sam. Just for the in general, the this is cool. Because another thing you can do with this, technically, is you can turn it into a nice little sub node, and then reference that into other things, just like you would for like a class, for script class. Da da da. Because yeah, here you can convert to subgraph here. Group selection. With a smooth step, we can set up smoothness or hardness of its top section using a noisy lerp. Yee, so this is how you start to... Okay. Wait, what's that say? Did not mean to zoom in that far. Snow color. Okay. Just, oh no, giant words. Right. So we'll create the usual, Right, we're gonna create this category and call it snow amount. Right, then we're gonna create a new category of main textures. Right, and here we're gonna create a texture 2D. Sample. Texture 2D. Lerp. A. Then B, if I've got that right. Ah, no, the snow color goes in B. And then the results go into... Yeah, fuck. Snow color. Also, by the way, you can see over here on the far right, whenever you rename your variables, the reference will update unless you want to give it your own custom reference. Right, let's group selection, snow.
It's wizard time, motherfucker! Fireball!
We're not melting for snow. Get that fireball out of here. Unless the fireball's aimed at the snack storage of someone hiding snacks from me. Oh, Saturday we are starting My Friendly Neighborhood, as a quick heads up. Keep forgetting that you can do this. To tidy up. Brain. Now I've got a sneaking suspicion this may have inverted. The reason why I'm following this tutorial, yeah, I did. I'm following this tutorial and not the other one. The other one has a lot of references to this tutorial, I'm suspecting, so I'm going through this one first and then I'm going to go through the other one. So yeah, like, even on theirs, it's inverted. But as well, what we can do is... I go back to here. Just for now, I'm going to... take this. Ah, that's why it works inverted. Hehehe. Okay. How do I make those little notes, though? My Tism brain has been distracted once more by other curiosity. Like, if I was to... This is just out of pure nosiness, by the way. No, no. Parallax and stuff, no. Hold on. Tiny lines. Um. Looks like we're sniffing on Unity forum for this. Hmm. I'm not interested. Wait, what? Hold hold on. Is that the thing? Ah, you double click. Yeah. Tidy nuts. Right. So we want a noisy bottom for ice. Alright, what are we doing here? We're doing the ice snow smoothness. We're doing a subtract instead of addition. And we're doing an ice cutoff. Now I'm just gonna throw in here. So it's that one and that one we need. So just like this, we're doing it into a subtract instead. We need to double check if I'm doing this into A or B. Okay, A then smooth step up. Yeah. I'm gonna have too much fun with these elbows. I have seen them in the past before, but I completely forgot about them. But I have the knowledge again. Remember noisy for there. Into int. Oh, no. Ice cutoff goes into edge 2. Yeah. It looks so messy, though. Yeah. Don't like this. Yeah, the crossing enemy. Who cares? Noisy normals, no. Blurp. Okay. Da da da. Yeah, I'm putting this up here. Yep. Group. I'm already forming like plans in my head on how I could do this. Using the world normal. As in 3 minutes, everyone. Is needed to control the smoothness and hardness of this selection. That goes into there. This goes into an ice to snow lerp. What's that one? One might. Okay. Into a lerp and followed by ice color. There we go. Just for now, I'm gonna set this to a kind of blue. Like that. So, that into that, and then Snowmane lerp. Okay. Control 0. Ah, okay. I think. I could be wrong here. Hmm. That doesn't seem right. For result, now we can add another look between ice color and Snowmane color result from before. There's the ants. Okay, so that is how it's working. Should be visible on red vertex color. Da-da-da. I'll hold up so you guys don't miss out. I did not mean to do that. Da-da-da. It did say that this is set to world space. E. So yeah, it's within a certain height of a world kind of thing, so... I don't know, I just saw something about mac and cheese flavor coffee. What? Da-da-da. Da-da-da. Okay, nice. Alright, as we're done, we can continue. Both the vertex and fragment portions of a shader use vertex red color, and we can read this value with vertex color node. The vertex color will be where the snow and ice will show up. So back into here. So we want the vertex colors plugged into a split. Da-da-da. Wait, where did... What? And I suggest Control G to group them. Yeah. Right. To create a more natural looking effects for all the following steps, we add in some noise, go to... So another lerp between... okay, so we'll split that into a lerp A, and then a multiply B. Lerp A, multiply B. Right. Then the triplanar noise comes into the multiply. So it'll be that one. Can I flip this? Ah, no. That goes into B, and then there's a vertex color noise strength. There's a lot of notes to this. Vertex color noise strength. Yeah, please. Yeah. I'm just gonna slap it in here. I'll tidy this up in the future, especially if I end up showing this at all. Whatever I do with it. Da, da, da. So then that lip goes firing off. The noisy red vertex, that's all of this. Okay, that goes into there. Also, you can just collapse these down and tidy them up. Ding. I don't like this one too much either. By the way, I'm not selecting specific songs, I'm just hitting next. Da-da-ding. Welcome to Tism Tidy Time. Ah! I'm cursed by this. Oh, I didn't name this earlier. Fuck, what was that? Ice to Snowler. Yeah. Right, let's save that before I fuck around too much. Right, where were we? we can control the strength of the noise. Noisy red cut off. Noise cut off. Noise smoothness. Into add a smooth step. Noise smoothness, okay.
Yourself? You nosy little. I told you not to look. You're scarred.
Into an ad, then a smooth step. Okay. No, have I just plugged the wrong thing into there? No, I've done the right one. Smooth step 2. I think that's into 1. Yep. And what is this named? Noisy red cutoff. So that's into the smooth step. Where is that going? So that ice to snow goes into B of a loop over red. Wait, hold on. What's the ice to snow going into? Snow main loop goes into that. Then ice color, then tile. Okay. Fuck's sake. So drag this down here. Okay, so this feeds into a new loop. Main texture feeds into the... Wait, what's feeding into the snow one? Still that, okay. Using red vertex cutoff, we use the loop. We loop the snow plus ice result and the main texture. So this goes into a loop. I think it was loop B, I think. I could be wrong. Yeah, loop B, main texture goes into A. And this comes along into here. Yeah, loop over red vertex, okay. My head is fucking hurting, by the way. It's thinking too hard. Ah. Yeah, and the main texture, now all the snow and ice only shows up where it was painted. Okay, so this replaces that. Okay, in the missions channel, we will add together the room lights for the snow and ice painted portions. So wait, I just want to test how this is working. Let's reduce this. Ice cutoff, okay, that's there. That's there. I'm not fully sure with this. It does look like it's kind of like the snow is acting as because I'm wondering if what Alright, let's take a look at this. So this is into the snow. Noisy snow for top, noisy for ice. The thing is though, they're both crossing a lot. Okay, let's do... Right, which one of these? Fast wave of snow comes in. The ice, as it increases, progresses up. Well, I mean, yeah. That's the smoothness there. Say that's about there. Now I'm lost. So I'm curious to what if I end up switching this to object. Hey, that does nothing. Okay. Okay, so objects is more for individual objects kind of thing. Okay. Up into a multiply. Just gonna double check everything. Hey, Dashina! How are you? Split into loop and then multiply. Okay. Multiply, that's into multiply B. How are you? I don't know why, but Mika's emotes made me think it was a strange mimic for moments. Right, okay. One thing I'm gonna test is I want to get let's increase this to 0.5. Ha? 没什么。 Is that Solaire? It's probably not, but my brain's like, that looks a little bit like Solaire. Yes, Sif. Sif is the best pupper.
You are.
He.
Jump scare.
Hey, Tim.
Hello. How are you?
I'm okay. Right, that's for Ice Snow Strength.
I just finished episode 6 of it, Welcome to Derry, and so now I've switched to my desktop and I can...
Yes, Andre. Andre's pretty much the most important characters in the Souls games.
I'm just pulling you up on my PC here. Oh yeah, Andre. Love Andre. So are you adding like an ice texture to the buildings?
Yeah, so, what I'm planning on doing... more in line, it is this kind of thing. That's on the other one. But it's, requires a process called tessellation where you add more vertices into it. Via sub process, and from there you end up it from there enables you to add things like walking and stuff, so you can walk through it and it will carve out in the snow, and then from there you start adding more, like it regenerating and stuff.
Okay, cool.
Da 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 da. How about? Oh, the tap? Yeah. Da, da, da. Yeah, I decided to drag you all along on the journey of me learning something new today. So the noise cutoff should... yeah. I'm just trying to tweak this so I can get a little bit better result.
Sexies.
Huh.
How are you guys?
I'm okay, how are you, Happy?
I'm okay.
I'm doing alright, how are you?
Yeah.
Da, da, da.
Hope you guys having a wonderful day.
My brain hurt, but that's because I'm doing brain hurt things.
Yes, we love you too.
Da, da, da. Right, okay, we're doing Frenzel effect. Would help if I spelled Frenzel right. No, I spelled it right the first time. Fuck. Really, absolutely butcher that. Da da da. That's going to be in float, and then that's vector 4. Rim, power, snow. Then snow rim. Okay. Vector 4. Probably named that wrong, but fuck it. Right, what am I putting this into? Putting it into a multiply. Krasno. Right, yeah. Right, we need the snow top, stuff. Yeah, so we plug that into a lerp, the noise goes into the top, into the T. Now lerp. I think that's it. Yeah, B even T. Okay, so that's that one. I'm gonna duplicate this, call it ice. Category ice. Alright, snow. Right. Rim, power, ice. Vector 4, ice, rim. There's something here. Ah, whoops. Battlefield of Trypan. Nope, wrong one. That's also wrong. For fuck's sake. Okay, so for some reason this one requires a power node. Let's put that into there. That goes into there. I'm not sure what we're doing with that yet, so I'll leave that alone. I'll plug in that into there. And then this goes into our tripangular. Otherwise, we do the same as a Fresnel node, but with tripangular noise to add some more detail to the stretched out vertex parts we pull down later, again multiplied by rim color, ice rim color. Then of course it goes into a lerp. But red vertex color cutoff goes into... Wait, no. That's not true. Noisy bottom for ice. Okay. Oh, the multiply goes into A this time. Yeah. Wait. Oh, I'm stupid. Oh, it was a bit weird. That was that. Go down, go down, go down. Thank you. Right. Da da da. That makes much more sense. Couple things we're gonna do as well. Yep, that's HDR. I think this is fine to set the HDR. Okay, so these two... And so it only shows up on the bottom lip as other than noisy bottom for ice from earlier. Add it together. Just for shits and giggles. Yeah, so we do an add, then a multiply. I think it's slurp over red. Only problem I'm seeing here is it's not quite showing up right. Red vertex color cutoff. Do-do-do. So I can do that. Let's... So if I put that to 0.2, the ice cutoff will move down separately away. The catch is that the Frenzel's staying behind. At least I'm pretty sure that's Frenzel. So I've done something wrong there. Da-da-da. No. Add together both Frenzels and multiply it by the red vertex color. Result... Result before the plug-in to emission. It needs to match them too. Was that meant to be a... That's the wrong... Get out of here. So that's the main texture there. Alright, Snow Frenzel. Basic Frenzel node with power control and multiplied by Snow Rim. AC bottom pull. Red vertex cut off. Where's the red vertex section? Noisy smoothness, that stuff. So yeah, that feeds into there, then that feeds into that. The problem I have here is that these are not... Right, so I'm gonna try... So this is what I'm working with here. I'm tinkering with... Snow Cutoff, Ice Cutoff. So what I'm going to quickly try is replacing these with Ice and Snow Cutoff. Just as a little test. This could go horribly wrong. Oh, whoops. Like, why is that? Right, I've got ice cutoff up here. I've got snow cutoff down here. Here, let's plug these back in. I've messed up the connection somehow because these should not be staying separate. That's the snow one. Oh, what did I do wrong? So you feck off with your errors. Does this affect it at all? No. Ah, frick. Right, let's set all the smoothness to 0, 0. I'm misclicking and stuff. Ying. Nope. Right, does this work? Let's set it to 1. We have snow up there, ice down here. No, no. Bring it is now. Right, this is a snow one here. As in 3 minutes, everyone. Right, this is noisy snow here. Ice, snow. Just gonna try some shits and giggles. You know what, I'm gonna run the ads a minute too early. I'll be right back. I'm back.
Hey, welcome back.
Da, da, da. Do. Right. I feel like I've missed something. I am not back. I am in the walls. Right. Ice one plugs into there. That plugs into there. Main texture plugs into there. There's the snow. So it does have its own independent control. We low up to 0 on the noisy top or snow value we used earlier. Right, hold on. Let's try something. Just for shits and giggles experiment. That needs to be 0, I think. Yeah. So that shows up more like that and that. Okay. For a moment, we are going to try and add this on its own. Okay, so we're gonna have this here. It's the snow that we're working with. Let's say that's red. Let's just get that one all the way up. How controls how much of the edges being done. Like that. Just gonna cycle this around to something more like that. So yeah, that's how the Frenzel works. Now the catch is that it should... This is what I have plugged in here. There's snow there. But doesn't the snow need to be on top? So there we've got it mixing properly there. Where's ice stuff? Okay, there we go. Right, okay, so we have that there. If the add then multiplier is working, right? Which it's not. Because ice bottom, snow top, okay, those are there. Let's clean that up. Right, the ice. Now I've got a slight problem here that the ice one is not relaxing. That rim ice, what have I done here? Da, da, da. Okay, yeah, that part. Okay, so we want slight blue glow either way to both. What if I just selected this? Okay. That power is not affecting anything. Yeah, that definitely goes into there.
Alright, Jack, I'm gonna hop out of the VC for now.
Okay.
I'll talk to you later.
See you later, Tim. So that's listening to this. That's frustrating. The other thing I can probably do is change these back to default. Actually, it's nearly always somewhere in the more deeper blue area. For snow, we probably want something a little bit more lighter. What? So it is affecting some, but not all. And it's mainly where they're crossing, which is fair enough. Right, Vertex displacement. The fun part. That's cool. So what I may want to do is take a few minutes to tidy up this snow and ice, and then may turn it into a sub node instead. Right, the noise I'm gonna drag to a bit lower. So it's around here. Da, da, da. So we need snow, ice, da da da. We're gonna put this underneath there. We're gonna put this under noise and then get rid of that category there. Interesting. Okay, so I think that's okay. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the whole lot. Not happy about that, doing that. I just gonna, right. Select shader. Gonna open up a second one for this test. We'll see what it will do. Conversion test. Huh? Why am I using this? Oh, fuck. Okay. It should only be 2. What's that one to? There we go. God, this looks messy. So I'm curious, what if... Say I take this. I can just dump this in here now. I think this is the one I wanted? No. This one. No. Wait, where's my snow test? The second one. Okay, let's test this. So we have this wonderful note here. Category. Wait, hold on. No, oh, fuck's sake. There. So say we create a sorry, I got distracted. As usual. Hmm. Right, okay, so let's plug in this in. This one will actually be right, so little change we're gonna have to make in here is where is this? Main texture into here. However, what we are going to do is what would it be that we need? Because we kind of wanted to spread out the main texture on the other side. What is this? That's an outfall, so right, there's our main, there's our secondary, there's our branch. What does branch do again? Right, use second texture. Smidge of a little test. Let's just say out of the Vex 4. It technically is a Vector 4. So we have... That's here. The other thing is we got test quickly do as well, what I remember is that's out here, we need to rename it. Huh. But like seriously, how So all of this goes out through here, into here. What's the shits and giggles? We're putting that in there. So what happens if I do put in a Vector 4 just for a test? Fuck it. I wish I had something I could see. So that would still technically work. Right. So where's the snow? Of this one. Oh, right. Let's switch this to here. Property. Right, I've lost my snow. Sub. Test. Frick. Noise. Float. Try. Scale. Ice. Snow. Noise. Strength. Nah, I'm gonna skip on doing this. It's why I wanted to test it in a different one, so I didn't fuck fuck the whole loss up completely. There we go, back to normal. Oh wait, I just realized, fuck, I hit the wrong one. Ah. Sorry about that. Basically I tried turning it into a subnode and it wasn't working. Right. Icicle, snow, vertex, and noise displacement. So this is where we start getting this stuff. This is without the tessellation, so it's I would say possibly simpler. Right. So we need a position, a swizzle, which I have not seen before, a multiply, and stuff like that. Da-da-da. Da-da-da. Right, the stuff's going on in Happy's background. Wait, why are these? Huh? It's because of a conversion attempt I tested. Oh, for fuck's sake. Fucking. Ah, there we go. Oh, I was looking at this. Never mind. I was already worried then. What's this? Welcome back.
Oh. I didn't realize I was... Sorry.
You forgot you were in the VC?
I did. I would have muted my... Would you mute my mic so you didn't have to listen to this stuff downstairs?
Nah, I can't be
How's
bothered
the
to
stream?
about that. My brain is frying because I'm doing nerd shit. Right. So, position, swizzle, multiply. Let's see that as our first steps. Position, swizzle, multiply. A. It was XZ I need, and then an ice noise scale. Was XZ, right? Yeah. Ice, ice, ice. Okay, we need a Vector
Hey,
to
I'm a resolution, on a revolution.
noise. Right. Throw that in there. So yeah, this is the Oh, so this we're adding into the noise, I think. I'll create a new input for the noise though. Sample, texture 2D, UV. We can probably do one-on-one. Yeah. Sample texture to the LD. Yeah. Sample texture. Then this goes into its own group. Vesicle snow. Vertex noise. Sorry, pardon me. Like Butcher's Icicle spelling. Yeah, hello. I wish I didn't have to go all the way over to the left just to fucking rename it. Like, doing the center, please. Switch back to the full screen because that's a little better for me. Right, LED. Because of this, we can do a single texture, sample over the world space, X, Z, top down, coordinates multiplied by scale. Right, then we're doing a normal vector. Wait, hold on. Yeah, so then we do a normal vector noise. For the top and bottom vertex placement, we need the world normals again with some noise for icicles. Okay. Wait, what was it? Normal vector, okay. So we're then going into a lerp for A, then a multiply. So that's that one. You click the wrong thing. And again. Right, we need this to go into lerp A. Multiply. A. I think this one actually goes underneath. Just for organization. And yeah, there's a stinking bot. Then a noise strength into a split. Keep hitting the wrong fucking thing. Into a split. For the top and bottom vertexes, we need the world normals again with some noise for icicles and non-uniform snow. When we control the strength of noise, we once again do a loop between base world normals and world normals multiplied by the noise. Okay. Noisy world normals Y into snow height. World normal. Right, we're gonna group this up. Okay, These two I'm going to move up to higher because they are going to be plugging into this area. So we need world normals Y, which will be why G is being dragged from there. Because like the way it'll work is like it's X, Y, Z, then W, which I can't remember what W is. So let's put this into a step with a snow cutoff. Which I think, yeah, we have a snow cutoff. I think this is the way around it goes. Yes. Then it goes into here into a multiply, which we need to plug into with height. Go on to this. Float, snow, height. Right, no, I keep hitting the wrong thing. Ah! Right, what am I naming this? Snow height, okay. Control, snow, height. Next up, we can grab a snow position top of a model via step node and the earlier used snow cutoff value and the noisy world normals lerp. To control the mass. Now onto the ice, which is going to use the same again. And we're going to plug into a negate. Okay. Negate into smooth step int. Negate. Smooth step int. We're also going to collapse this one. We're going to collapse these two as well. Going to put that 0.1. So we'll need an ice displacement cutoff. Jesus, it's already been 3 hours. Ah! Right. Ice displacement cutoff. So like for the snow, how we put it into a step, but we're putting it into a right, stay here. Right, we need a new one of ice sharpness. So it's, I think we can use ice cutoff. They both go into an add and then into edge 2, while ice also plugs into A only. Right, let's collapse that. Just gonna add that there for tidiness. Control G, ice sharpness. This time negated to get the bottom of the model. And smooth step to control the sharpness of the ice, pulling it down. Icicles pulling it down. Okay, so like I don't know. Ice displacement. I don't know, because it seems like it's the same thing. Let me go back to earlier on the ice stuff. The directional noise was constant directional shift on that song was fucking with my head. With my thought process. Right. It's the noise for ice that I need to check. Yeah, it is a different one. Okay. Da da da. What's everyone up to? Da da da. Ice displacements. Okay. Ice displacement cut. Oh. Then we shove that into ice length. Which, into a negate, multiply, and so on. Gate. Ice length. So if we go down, snow and ice vertex displacement together. So we put that, we finally add this and then into vector 3. Okay. Vector 3. Hold on. Yeah, so snow. Alright. Displacement. I feel like something's wrong here. Right, let's check if that's step. That's the wrong way. Ah. Forgot to plug that in, not on that one. Yeah, something's not right on my snow height side. So snow cut off, via step mode, and the earlier used snow color value and the noisy world normals then multiply to control the snow height. The catch is mine is appearing at the bottom, it needs to appear at the top. I put that through in the gate. What have I done wrong? That goes up into there, into multiply. Okay. Ice noise strength goes into base of that. Huh. First one gets an ice noise scale, the other gets an ice noise strength. So yeah, that's going into there. Where's his... Right, hold on. Let's disable these two a moment. That's still on the bottom. That's meant to be a vector 1, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Where's that damn vector to? That's vector 1, that's a vector 1. Whoops. There we go. Found the damn problem. Now we got a new problem here. Okay, so something like that. Looks better. We're actually going to drag this all the way over here. Here we have a vertex placement for the top and bottom together. Red vertex color gets thrown in there. I'm curious what that painting tool is, but oh well. Right, so now it's just a case of multiplying it with the red vertex color, so the displacement only happens where we painted. That's for another tool that I don't have. Yeah, How's everyone doing today? I hope I haven't managed to singe everyone's brains. So with displacement, so red vertex color. We're gonna do vertex color. Looks like we're not using a node fit, general node this time. But we should be. I would imagine we'd be using noise. Oh, let's just try this. So multiply. Oh. I'll sort this out later. Vertex. Oh, fuck, I'm stupid. This indecision where we will vision. Right, vertex goes into split and then we shove into multiply. Okay. Split. That goes into the multiply there. We never last forever. So, control vertex displacement only on red color. Red vertex color will, right. Then what that? So this goes through snow and ice displacement, position, add, then a transform. Position. Will to objects. Okay. Who's ready to see my PC decimate from this? Go ahead, quick Control S and save there. No, I don't. Bloody Terrain Tool's always being like, hey, I want to join it. No. Stop it. It's working. Not so much for the snow, but that's probably because I have snow too high. Oh boy. This is where tessellation comes in. Right, on to the fun part. The tessellation will subdivide the mesh we're painting on, so there's more vertices to work with. I'm still pulling and pushing vertices so the end result will be smoother. The only part I couldn't figure out was how to get the Shadowcaster to take the displacement into account when it fixes the... Right, this is where custom functions come in. And also, this version only works on Unity 6, as Minions Art says in their post. But yeah, it's definitely interesting to see the everything get destroyed. What I'm looking to do is go about there. Okay, the ice is coming back through. The ice, we are actually going to go deeper blue. To be honest, we can test this on here as well. Da, da, da. No. That's no height there. Huh, I have 2 ice noise strengths. Where in the new stuff was I doing? Somewhere around here. That's using that one anyway. Might as well clean up a little bit. I think if I put this through a negative, that might work. Da, da, da. Where's my Frenzels? There they are. Okay, there's one. This is where they get added together. Is it that I would want? No, what I can probably do is... That's that too. I'm not fully sure, but we'll give it a try. So yeah, like how that is doing its thing there. Then when we get the ice cut off to... there. And I think if we end up tiling this... There's a bit of a problem here. Because these are only really meant to be where the stuff is. So all of this runs off... No, what if I... No, that destroys that. Okay. No. The thing that I really need to do is if I take the displacement and the coordinates it gets... There's so much here to navigate through. What if up here, we'll normal swift noise, start progressing over here. We can't do that. That's frustrating. Like, you see here, it's all bumpy and stuff, and it really shouldn't be. It is, it's the ice for the most part. I've done something else wrong in here. Yeah, I'm gonna take a break from this. I'm gonna quickly I'm gonna wrap up. I think I'm gonna wrap up for today. Anyways, thank you everyone so much for joining me today. I super appreciate all of you. I will next be live Saturday with brain is failing to work. Yeah, we'll be next be live Saturday with My Friendly Neighborhood, which was gifted to me by Luna Leaps, the little goober. But anyways, I think we might read out. Wait, did those reset? Yes, they did. Okay. Just gonna see if there's anyone I may want to raid out to. You know, there's someone called Kisu. Yeah, I don't know anything about them, but we're gonna go say hi. Because why not? I'm feeling one of those random raid moods today. So yeah, if you're around here, feel free to check out everything on my card.co. Otherwise, there's our raid message. The Gremlins have escaped, and I will see you all Saturday. See you next time. Bye bye.